In the US-UK fashion scene, hot doesn't mean handsome. It means unavoidable. It means your face shows up everywhere. Front row, backstage, campaign billboards, TikTok edits, and runway recaps, until the industry basically admits, we're using him again, because he works. And right now, 3 male models keep popping up in the conversation like a triple stamp on the same season. Lucky Blue Smith, Kit Butler, and Jordan Barrett. Lucky Blue Smith is the rare model who lives in 2 worlds at once, high fashion credibility and mainstream pop visibility. Vogue even spotlighted him front row at Burberry's Spring 2025 show alongside Nara Smith, framing them as a fashion couple moment. And in 2025, Variety reported he starred with Nara in Skims' holiday campaign, proof his face sells beyond runway culture. Kit Butler is the industry's model student. GQ literally described him as someone who's spent a decade fronting campaigns for major fashion names, with supermodel whispers around him. Jordan Barrett is the wild card icon, fashion's bad boy mythology, with real high fashion receipts. Models. Com includes him among its new supersmen, and that list placement is basically a stamp of in-demand status. This episode isn't a bland ranking, it's a heat map. Why these 3 are hot right now, what lane each one dominates, and how they turned their look into a global product. Lucky Blue Smith isn't hot right now in the normal fashion way. He's hot in the terrifying way, the kind where even people who don't follow runways still know the face, the hair, the vibe. He's not just booked, he's recognized. And in 2026 fashion, recognition is a superpower. Because Lucky lives in 2 lanes at the same time. Lane 1, high fashion credibility. He's not just posing for TikTok edits, he's walking real shows. For example, WWD reported he closed Dunhill's Fall 2025 show in Milan, which is the kind of placement that quietly signals, yes, the industry still rates him. Lane 2, mainstream visibility that fashion models rarely achieve. He appears in campaigns that aren't only fashion people campaigns, they're the kind of campaigns that land in everyone's feed. In 2025, Variety reported that Lucky and Nara Smith starred in Skims' holiday campaign, which is basically the modern shortcut to mass visibility. You don't just get seen by fashion insiders, you get seen by the whole internet. And then, there's the most powerful signal of all, when a luxury house uses you to sell the mood of a season, not just the clothes. In October 2025, Hypebeast covered Lucky starring in Burberry's outerwear campaign, alongside other recognizable faces, which matters because Burberry campaigns are built to broadcast globally, not locally. So why is Lucky Blue Smith still one of the hottest US-UK male models right now, even after years in the game? Because he's a rare hybrid, model plus pop culture character. He has that instant silhouette quality. When he shows up, you can spot him in 1 second. And that's what brands want most in a crowded fashion economy. A face that doesn't require explanation. A face that sells a feeling immediately. But here's the drama layer people don't say out loud. Lucky is hot because his image is cinematic. He doesn't look like a random handsome guy. He looks like a casting choice. Like a character from a movie you didn't know you were watching. That's why he becomes easy to mythologize online, and why his photos travel faster than normal campaigns do. And once you become a memeable archetype, your fame stops being seasonal. It becomes repeatable, which is exactly what you need to stay hot in an industry that replaces faces like calendar pages. Another reason Lucky stays relevant is that he can do clean and dangerous at the same time. 1 minute he's polished enough for luxury campaigns. The next minute he's stylized like a rock star poster. That flexibility means he can move between menswear aesthetics without losing identity, which is hard. Most models disappear when the trend shifts. Lucky bends with the trend and still looks like Lucky. So if we're ranking hot right now, Lucky's power isn't only runway, it's distribution. Runway credibility, like Dunhill, mainstream campaign reach, like Skims, and luxury brand visibility, like Burberry outerwear. That combo is deadly. But now, we switch energy. Because if Lucky is the pop culture runway crossover, then Kit Butler is the industry's secret favorite, the one fashion insiders keep casting because he's reliable, elevated, and quietly everywhere. If Lucky Blue Smith is the face that trends, Kit Butler is the face that gets rebooked. And in high fashion, rebooking is a kind of respect that people outside the industry don't understand. Because fashion doesn't always reward the loudest face. It rewards the face that can carry a brand's mood without stealing it. Clean, adaptable, and sharp enough to feel expensive from any angle. That's Kit's lane, quiet dominance. GQ described him as someone who has spent about a decade fronting major campaigns, with supermodel whispers following him around. GQmagazine.co.uk. That framing matters because it highlights what he really is, not a one-season hype boy, but a long-term industry asset. Here's why Kit Butler is one of the hottest US-UK models right now, even if he's not the loudest on your For You page. 1. He fits the luxury menswear face perfectly. There's a type of model that fashion houses trust: structured bone structure, calm intensity, the ability to look expensive in silence. Kit has that. He can do classic tailoring, high fashion minimalism, and runway drama without feeling like he's forcing it. 2. He's a professional chameleon. The hottest models aren't always the most unique looking. They're the ones who can transform from brand to brand. Some models only look right in one aesthetic. Kit can shift from sharp and formal to modern and edgy without losing credibility. That makes him valuable across seasons. 3. His fame is insider-built, not internet-built. This is the part that makes Kit's hotness different from Lucky's. Lucky has mass visibility. Kit has industry credibility that compounds like interest. Designers, casting directors, photographers, once they trust you, they call you again. That's how careers become long, not viral. In CNET drama terms, Kit is the cold prince archetype. He doesn't need to shout. His presence does the job. And in fashion, doing the job at the highest level is how you become a permanent name. But now we move to the third face, and the most chaotic one. Because if Kit is quiet control, Jordan Barrett is the model who turned his image into a legend. Part runway star, part tabloid aura, part bad boy myth, with real fashion receipts to back it up. If Lucky Blue Smith is pop visibility and Kit Butler is quiet control, Jordan Barrett is something fashion has always been addicted to. A myth you can photograph. Jordan doesn't just model clothes, he sells an attitude. The stare, the mess, the "don't try to understand me" energy. And whether people love him or hate him, the result is the same. They look. That's the core of his heat right now. Jordan has the kind of image that doesn't feel like work. It feels like a character. Part rock star, part runway prince, part tabloid headline waiting to happen. And in fashion, that kind of aura is priceless because it gives campaigns a story before the clothes even speak. But here's what separates him from random bad boy internet faces. The industry actually validates him. Models. Com includes Jordan Barrett on its new Supersmen ranking, basically a stamp that says, this isn't just hype, this is top-tier demand. models.com. That matters because fashion is ruthless. If you can't deliver, the myth collapses. But Jordan has survived multiple cycles, which means he's doing something right. He keeps the image strong enough to stay castable, while still feeling unpredictable enough to stay interesting. And that is the dangerous balance. Reliability plus rebellion. He can walk the runway like a professional, then show up in the media like chaos. Brands love that combination because it makes the product feel alive. It gives photos tension. It makes a campaign feel like a moment, not a catalog. In CNET drama terms, Jordan is the problematic prince archetype, the one everyone whispers about, the one you can't look away from, the one whose energy makes other models feel too safe. So if you're asking why he's one of the hottest US-UK male models right now, the answer is, he's not just a model, he's an aesthetic event. Now we hit the payoff, because these three aren't the same kind of hot. They're three different styles of domination, and when you compare them, you realize hot isn't one lane. It's a war of lanes. Here's the real reason this top three works. Lucky Bluesmith, Kit Butler, and Jordan Barrett are hot in three different currencies. And in fashion, currency decides who survives. Lucky Bluesmith. Mass visibility, hot. Lucky's power is distribution. He moves between high fashion and mainstream culture like it's nothing. Closing a Dunhill show, then showing up in a Skims campaign, then landing in luxury outerwear campaigns. That range means his face isn't stuck in the fashion bubble. It spills into the whole internet. His hotness is amplified by recognition. People know him even if they don't know runway seasons. Kit Butler checks industry trust. Hot. Kit's power is insider respect. He's the kind of model brands repeatedly cast because he delivers the exact mood they need: expensive, adaptable, clean. GQ's Supermodel Whispers framing captures this perfectly. He's not a one-hit viral moment. He's a long-game asset. His hotness is quieter, but it's stable, built on rebooking and credibility. Jordan Barrett. Myth and attitude. Hot. Jordan's power is aura. He sells an image that feels like a story. Rebellious, cinematic, a little dangerous. And the fashion world validates that myth by placing him in models.com's new supersmen ranking, which is basically an industry stamp of demand. His hotness is attention economics. People look because they can't help it. So who's the number one hottest US-UK model right now? If you judge by global visibility, Lucky is lethal. If you judge by industry casting power, Kit is terrifyingly strong. If you judge by iconic aura and mythology, Jordan is the wild card king. And that's the twist. Fashion doesn't crown one winner, it crowns the face that fits the moment. Right now, the moment is split into three: internet, insiders, and myth. So if you came here looking for one simple answer, here's the truth. Hot in the US-UK fashion world isn't one thing. It's three different powers. Lucky Bluesmith is hot because the whole internet can recognize him. Runway credibility plus mass campaign reach. Kit Butler is hot because the industry trusts him. Quiet, expensive, endlessly castable. Jordan Barrett is hot because he sells myth, attitude, tension, and a face that campaigns can't resist. And that's why these three keep popping up season after season. They're not competing in one lane. They're dominating different lanes at the same time. Now it's your turn. If you had to crown one as the hottest male model right now, Lucky, Kit, or Jordan, who are you picking? And what's your reason? Visibility, industry power, or aura? Like the video, subscribe, and tell me what you want next. Top 3 hottest female models right now, or top 3 models who turned runway fame into real celebrity status.